gonna try to keep it together. But so I just want to make this TikTok because I was just on live this morning, and of course we all know Russia invaded Ukraine. But in this TikTok, like, of course, okay, I'm in uniform. Everybody knows what's going on. So, of course, everybody coming in with the Ukraine, Russia, and all of that, comments or whatever, asking questions. And I'm just like, I'm not here for that. I'm not addressing any of that. But then, like, it's just like, I really hated how people are so insensitive, especially, like, and it's like, it's the civilians. But they're so insensitive to, like, what military people really go through. This is my first term, and, like, it's like y'all, like, what makes me so mad is like y'all are so insensitive. Y'all want to talk about, oh, this is what you signed up for, this is what you, nobody goes into the military wanting to go to war, thinking they're going to go to war. I'm financed, for crying out loud. Nobody.
The official literally looked me in my eye and said in his language, only Ukrainians, that's all. That if you are black, you should walk. I'm currently in Debrecen, Hungary. I got in like 10 a.m. today. Today is the 28th of February. It wasn't easy. On Friday at 8 a.m., I was on my way to Poland. I took a commercial taxi and the taxi couldn't stay in the line of cars because literally cars have been there for 2 days. And when we dropped, as on the Google map, it was saying a 1 hour walk. And I was like, oh, 1 hour walk is nothing, if it's getting us there on time. And we walked. We walked and it kept increasing. The term walking is traumatizing me. The term walking, I walked for 12 good hours. And it's not an exaggeration. The traffic warden saw me and said I should go to a shelter to sleep. And I slept, and he said the next day that there is a bus going from that shelter straight to the Polish border. And when it was time to get on this bus, the Ukrainians said, just Ukrainians, literally as a black person. I even lied that I was pregnant. They didn't care. I was begging. The official literally looked me in my eye and said in his language, only Ukrainians, that's all. That if you are black, you should walk. Of Ukraine and seek refuge in neighboring countries, we are getting reports of Africans being discriminated against at the border. Maybe you've seen the images. By now, they're all over social media under the hashtag Africans in Ukraine. Even civil rights lawyer Ben Crump tweeting the video out. Reportedly, it shows black and brown people not being allowed to board trains and buses to flee the war zone, being pushed back. And it is, or at least appears to be, because of the color of their skin. Right now, we're working to verify the video here at BMC and the source of it. Meantime, Nigeria's foreign affairs minister tweeted, quote, I am personally coordinating with our missions in Ukraine, Poland, Russia, Romania, and Hungary to ensure we get our citizens out of Ukraine and bring them back to Nigeria, those ready to return, while supporting those who are remaining in Ukraine. So very serious situation there. We were surprised, perhaps, not, knowing, don't know what you don't know, that there were a number of black people in Ukraine. I speak for, I think, both of us. Neither one of us is surprised that all around the globe, no matter the circumstance, that racism exists and persists. I would like to know, as we work to confirm those images, Mike, who is perpetrating it? Are these Ukrainian officials? Are these Ukrainian officials who are?
I think these might be officials of the Polish border. I'm not sure. We do have, obviously we had Terrell Star. We've had him on our show several times. He is a reporter, I believe, over there in Ukraine. So he's joined us to talk about the black presence that is in Ukraine. There are several black people that are over there in that country, either working or students, and so we do know that there is a small presence over there. But as far as the racism is concerned, when it comes to that, we think it's the Polish government that's stopping them from entering that country because it's to the north of Ukraine there. We don't know exactly. Like you said, we still have to confirm the source of the video. But when it comes to racism, obviously, I think people, we're not going to be shocked about it because racism isn't an American thing. Racism is a global thing. It just happens to be real, very prominent in this country because of the mixture of blacks.
It's not a global thing. It's not an American thing. It's a Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah thing. Jacob and Esau should have beef with each other through their whole life. They just don't get it.
Whites over here. I think if you had the same situation, you see that in England sometimes. You see it in a lot of soccer games. You see it, obviously, we had the issues we had in South Africa. So it's a global issue. So we're not surprised by something like this. It's just sad that when a country is at war and you see that there are mainly women and children who have trekked over 20 miles just to get to the border to flee war and the damage and everything that's going on there, they can't get out while their counterparts who don't look like them are able to. And that's the only difference in who's getting out and who's not. So once this video is verified, once again, we'll have more information.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. So glad you're streaming with us today as thousands of people flee the violence in Ukraine. Worrying accounts now of racial discrimination are being reported throughout the evacuation efforts. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees is now confirming to us that there are cases of discrimination in admitting refugees. One Congo native saying he was discriminated against while trying to board a train out of Ukraine. Take a listen.
They even told us, like, we are going to give you guns and you're going to fight for Ukraine. I said, hi, we going to fight for Ukraine? We are not Ukrainian. We are black. So how can we fight? How can we fight for Ukraine?
Hold on. Look at the so-called other black guy though. Look at him. You ain't gonna fight for Father Esau? No, get your ass out there. Nigga, everybody fight for Esau.
If we fight for Ukraine, we are going to die first because we are black. When they will see, oh, look at those black people. I think they are from they are from NATO. So we have to kill them first. So how could they think that way? Come on.
See, wisdom is priceless, man. Wisdom is priceless. You want to know why they think that way? Because the Most High put it on their spirit for them to think that way. Them folks is everything got something to do with an abomination, a wrongdoing, or backwards thinking, out of pocketness. That is the Esau evil. That is what they do. They contrary to everything that's right in our spirit and soul, man. Point blank, period, man.
Ukraine.
Wow. Our ABC News' Marcus Moore with us now for more outside that train station in Poland. Marcus, I mean, here we are in the middle.
Look at the bare face, Jake, though. Look at him. I can't believe this man won't fight for our father, Esau. Look at him. He happy as hell. He content. He got his consolation.
Of humanitarian crisis, people are still finding a way to dehumanize others, specifically others in need.
Look at the smirk on her face, though.
Kira, it is an ugly truth that is once again bubbling to the surface in the midst of a war, in the midst of a humanitarian crisis that is now unfolding here in.
This is me speaking as a man. He ain't the war type either. He a little bit feminine. Esau already bucked him.
Poland and Ukraine and in neighboring countries. And you heard from that gentleman there. He's 34 years old. He's lived in Ukraine for the past 9 years, originally from Congo. And he said
So if he's been over there 9 years and that's the first answer that came out of his mouth, He know how them folks treat him. He know how they treat him. They ain't making your ass go to war. You were reporting on it anyway, man. Let's go ahead and get started, man. I haven't seen enough, man. Them folks got me feel some type of way real quick. That is crazy, man. Let's jump to Jeremiah. I put the elder Elder Monoctaba video of the Jake woman who was in finance in the army and she was crying. I put that in the beginning, man. That's just to show the difference in the westernized and the easternized. You know, that Jake that was from Congo, he could have been a Canaanite, but you know, with a man like that, he probably Jake. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Jeremiah 2. Jeremiah 2, start at 14. Here we go. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Yeah, man. Why is Jake always taken advantage of and is okay with it, man? Is okay with it, man. They put themselves in these situations to where like they sign up for these free benefits without counting the cost of what Esau may ask for from you one day. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you receiving something from the government or whatever, and it's not asking you to lose your standards or your morals or anything like that, well, hey, you know, you could be in the world but not of the world. You know, but when you sign that dotted line and promise to do certain things, Esau is coming to collect, man. So all you Jakes, man, who signed on that dotted line, man, just to get that consistency of that army check, treating the army like it's a baby daddy, baby daddy check. You know, you only in it for the money. You know, you gonna pay, man. You gonna regret that, man. But Jeremiah 2:33, why trimmest thou way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. Yeah, man. You see Jake doing that all the time, man. All the time, man. They let go of everything that they feel or deem is so called right in their spirit, and they let the world teach them, man. That's why they all about to meet up in the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and take the judgment, man. Take this big L, man, one time for your mind, man. Let's jump to let's do 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel 15. Did I spell it wrong? I did. Here we go. 1 Samuel 15. We're gonna do we're gonna do 22. 22. And Samuel said, had the Lord has great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams, man. For rebellion is at the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he have also rejected thee from being king. Yeah, man. And we know that was when Samuel was telling Saul after he then killed the head king of the Amalekites, like Yahweh had told him. And so he was rejected from being king, man. You know, talking about being disobedient, man. That's the same thing, man, with your 2/3, man. Same thing with your 2/3, man. What you see going on right now, you believe in your oppressor, you trust in your oppressor, man. So he gonna give you over. He gonna leave you over into the hands of them, man. And then he rejected you from being part of the 1/3, man. You know what I'm saying? He was rejected, man. Oh yeah, let's go to the Job. Yeah, man, cause I was watching the other brothers' videos, and remember they had the videos when they wouldn't let them they wouldn't let the so-called blacks on the train. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't let them on the train, but in the same token, they want them to fight on both sides of the war, though. So basically, we fighting the Edomite on Edomite war, man. Let them folks kill each other, man. Jake need to learn how to sit back, man. And the ones who, again, man, the ones, man, who been taking them free monies from these people, they about to call y'all in, man. And if you ain't got the mercy of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua on your side, man, you gonna be thinking you doing the right thing. That's how fool you jerks are, man. Real talk, man. But I looked at the word enemies real quick, man. Let's go over this real quick. Enemies, man. Definition: a person who is actively opposed or hostile to someone or something, man. Yeah, man. And them folks been doing that ever since we've been here, bro. Ever since we've been over here to the Americas. Even before then, man. Esau, Edom, and his nation always oppressed us. Always oppressed us, man. Any chance they could get, man. Even if we didn't even had war with them, man. Most of the time in the Bible, man, if we was beefing against another nation or whatever, the Philistines, talking about pick and chose Ammon, and Esau always found a reason, man, to help the enemy, man. Only one time I remember it. It probably was more. So like if I can't think of them all right now, but that one time when they helped us, and that's when the king of Moab had burned the king of the Amalekites bones to lime. But besides that, man, they always been in it, man. They never wanted us to walk through their property or their little territory, nothing, man. And now they everywhere, but it's the exact same thing. Every city got an area where the Israelites of that city know not to go out there in the so-called white people area, man. Because you know what's going to happen, man. Even if you ain't doing nothing, you know what's going to happen, man. You know the first thing they're going to ask, boy, what are you doing out here? You know what I'm saying? These folks have changed the ordinance on everybody's land, and the only thing that's directly making the line is when they come about their territory. Other than that, everywhere else is a ghetto. But Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He's covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So World War III is coming, man, because you want to know why? The wicked is in rulership. And what they going to do? They're going to kill each other. They're going to kill themselves. And if the Lord didn't shorten the days, there will be no flesh left to be saved, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's just that plain and simple, man. But I ain't want to make it too long. I could keep going, you know what I'm talking about, with Exodus 23, Psalms 140, especially Psalms, man. David go on their head. About keeping me away from the violent man, from the man of war, man. And our people got to realize who we dealing with, man. Esau, Edom, man, they get down like this. This is what they do. Shed blood, rob, pillage, murder. This is what they do. I could even went to Ecclesiasticus 12. Never trust thy enemies, man. for his earned due, show his rush, so will he, man. So will he, man. So I want to apologize too if I ain't open up this video to giving all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakadash. We get double honor.